but I tend to just open them with my thick skull because I'm an idiot.
Okay. We should be going live. Let's hope they picked up some of that chocolate orange conversation.
Hello, universe.
Say some more things. You might be a bit quiet.
All of the things I'm speaking, so Yahtzee can understand how my volume is, because Jesse is going to kill us if we don't get the volume mix right.
How are we doing, everyone?
Hello, everyone. Give us a hand with our volumes. How are we doing?
Hi, Chad. Welcome back to Yahtzee Tries. Last time we did this, it was before Christmas, and now we're doing another one, and those two streams are going to have to get edited together. Yeah, you're a bit quiet, Jermaine.
Oh my god. Yeah, somebody was saying this earlier. Let me have a look. Might be on my end.
Can you try talking from your diaphragm?
Ooh, should be a little bit louder now.
Well, let me back away from the mic a little bit to compensate. Hello, everyone. Yes. So our first game that I'm choosing to try, sight unseen, is Battle Shapers, which Nick threw out as a recommendation when I asked him for some suggestions. And my first thought when I saw it was, this is the most magenta game I've ever seen.
It does look very magenta.
Because a while back I was talking about magenta games, which I would say Overwatch was probably the codifier of the magenta game. It's a game with the very distinct and yet at the same time very generic visual style that has a lot of characters that are all of very mysterious racial genetics, and the colour magenta tends to appear prominently as well.
Yeah, I can dig that. I was looking at this character's face being like, where do I recognise that from? And I think the answer is everything.
Yes, Jacob Kitty mentions Lawbreakers, another magenta game.
Yeah.
What was that other one I looked at E3 that came out and nobody gave a shit about? There was like Overwatch, but everyone got a surfboard.
One had a surfboard.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to... I know there's been a lot of Overwatch clones. Battle... One of the Battle games. Battle Bit, Battle Right, Battle...
It wasn't
Cringe.
Battleborn. Although that was pretty magenta.
Yeah.
Bleeding Edge, that was it. Thank you, Dreadhair870.
Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart was very magenta.
In fairness, you know, if any sort of game has a right to be magenta, it would be a fuzzy animal fantasy space game.
Very, very true.
Okay, I turned you all the way up. Hopefully that's
okay. Hopefully that's a
keep
bit
everyone.
better. There might be something wrong with my mic, gang.
But yes,
No
as for what Battle Shapers is, it's apparently a roguelite movement shooter that's very fast-paced, which are also things I like. So let's see how we do.
I dig that. Oh, before we get going, we got some donos. We got some.
Yeah, you crack those off.
Elon Crazy for Life with the $5 says, "Don't worry, Yahtzee. I expect to be able to fully upgrade my subscription by year's end soon." Anixia, member for 1 month, says, "Hey gang, hope you guys had a great holiday. Happy New Year, Anixia."
Well, this is jumping in medias res. Unless I'm playing off an existing save I didn't know about, which has happened before. I wish they'd let you skip text, like, universally in every game.
Yeah, I have a friend who if they can't skip the opening cutscene, closes the game.
I'm getting the sense that this is the... Whoa!
While you sort that out, Denmark, welcome to Chip Jar, and also thanks for the $2 saying money. Correct. SVS Guru with the €5.
Character was moving because my gamepad was lying upside down with the stick being pressed by the floor.
I see. Every time I try and open a Battlefield game nowadays, they just religiously spin, and I don't understand why. And I cannot stop it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting the distinct sense that I might have missed something, but never mind, it's supposed to be a roguelike. We just want to get into the action.
Yeah, hopefully it'll reveal things as you go.
Getting some Deep Rock Galactic sort of vibes.
Yeah, like with the hub world. Oh, even the UI's super magenta. Speaking of magenta, SBS Guru 2000 with the €5 says it's so magenta they're at a risk of being sued by T-Mobile.
Okay, maximum health, that's never a waste.
Do you have currency?
Yeah, I had got some from somewhere.
Shit, maybe you are playing on an existing save.
This seems to happen a lot when I use the collective
The
Second
shared
Wind
account, yeah.
Steam channel. And I wish more games would have a prominent option for just deleting the current save. Hang on, let me go to the main menu. Save slots. Haha! There we go. There we go. That's what we want.
Beautiful.
So I could tell that the mouse sensitivity wasn't as high as I like. I like making smaller movements with my hand because my wrist is a bit sore from all the masturbating I do.
That's fair. That's a common trait.
Oh, this is this is so painfully generic, isn't it?
New Elysium.
New Elysium.
Do you reckon it's about to get attacked potentially?
This is. You could have told me this was the start of Hi-Fi Rush, and I would have believed you.
You could have told me this was the start of Overwatch, and I would have believed you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a robot uprising.
Yeah, evil robots taking over the city. Magenta eyes.
Gotta watch out for those magenta eyes. Sounds like a police song. Magenta eyes.
Behind magenta eyes. Okay. Computer interfaces with hexagonal patterns all over the place. Even our eyebrows are magenta.
Oh my god. The tape deck and this scene here do give me Hi-Fi Rush vibes.
Yeah. This is a bit Assassin's Creed 1-y now. When you're lying down in the Animus.
Yeah. I never liked that. Whenever we would get taken out of my memories of Assassin's Creed 1, whenever we would get taken out of where was Assassin's Creed 1 set? Babylon?
Just the Middle East, like a bunch of
Middle
places
East.
in the Middle
Whenever
East.
we would go to the Animus, I would just be like, ugh. Dread Hair with the $5 and says, finally able to catch a live, so here's some money to celebrate. Welcome. Glad you could join us.
You might have noticed there's a donation goal over the top of the stream again. To fund the rest of the money we need for Adventurous Night Season 4. So let that motivate you to send super chats and money and shit. If not, just the knowledge you will be making us very happy.
And able to continue doing our jobs.
Yes.
Which is amazing. Thank you.
Yes. Patreon dipped below 60k over the Christmas period. It was lucky I shilled it and got us back up to 60 this morning.
Boom. Thank you, Yahtzee.
Just doing my job. Okay, now what? Yeah, I know time is of the essence. Where do you want me to go?
What do I do? You fuck. Any signifiers at all on the mini-map?
Not that I can see.
That door at the end of the corridor seems very tantalizing.
I know, it seemed pretty tantalizing to me. Oh, there we go. I missed the contextual prompt.
No, I guess because there's just so much shit.
Because there's so much shit on the screen, yeah.
Yeah. Denmark gives $5 and says this game looks like it was generated instead of created. It's incredibly generic looking.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
I can do that. Snake in the Garden asks, any gaming goals for this year? Like more of X genre?
I'd like to see more games that are like Lemmings.
You want to see more Lemmings likes?
Yes, because I played Humanity this year and I thought, it's surprising we haven't seen more of this.
Okay, I dig that. I want to see an RTS that actually hooks me.
Okay.
I still have not found it.
Okay. Turrets. Guns. Okay, it's a two-gun sort of Halo-like arrangement.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely need to turn the mouse sensitivity up.
SBS Guru with the €5, thank you, says you should give it some pulse animation and a little figure jumping in the corner every once in a while. What is a signifier of where to go?
Yes, remember, people are dumb. Especially me.
Yeah. Rule number 1 of doing UI, people are dumb. You have to design your UI for someone who's never used a controller before.
Yep. Pow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm into that. I mean, it's basically glory kills without the glory kill, but, you know. An A? Oh boy, that's my favourite letter.
Holy shit.
A Plasma Blast ability that is now bound to the E key. And some lore! I don't
yeah.
care!
The best kind of extrinsic reward, knowledge.
Oh, it's a bounce pad.
A bunch of donos just came in. Tomix with the $5 says, with how the grappling hook became a staple in many games, do you think now the paraglider is doing the same with open world games?
I don't know. I think they've been around for quite a while. I mean, Zelda Wind Waker did the parachute glider thing. Just a standard sort of mechanic, really. Okay. Core enhancements.
Javam gives 50 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. And says, just a flyby, more adventure is nigh. Yes, please. Here's to smashing 2024. Cheers. Thank you, dude.
Okay. You could get buffs. Explain
Ryan
this
Stedman
gate.
with $10 says, I can help. Can't help but notice she looks like she's walking like a zombie with both arms out.
Oh yeah. Duh. Way, I'm perpetually off balance.
Makes me miss time splitters. I don't know why.
For some reason, I'm thinking of Killer 7, where some of the characters had really appalling posture, and their guns appeared at the top of the screen, because that's how they were holding them.
It's like a weird JoJo's pose. I dig it.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's going to be difficult to read. Characters I don't know how to pronounce gives 100 of a currency I don't know. I'm cultured. Says, have my tip from the chip jar. Yahtzee, I remember you quite liked Elite Dangerous way back then. Did you keep playing it after the review?
Nah, I don't really have much time for much these days. Okay, choose the boss in a slightly 20xdx kind of way. No, I do like Elite Dangerous, but no, I haven't played that in a while. Mainly, what have I been playing lately? I played a bit of, I've been replaying Quake a bit with the new version with all that Dimension of the Machine expansions and stuff. When I was playing, I downloaded the first Legacy of Kain game on Good Old Games last night.
Ooh,
Just
throwback.
to check it out. And it's so old, it's sort of impossible to go back to at this point.
Yeah.
I find.
Yeah, that is a thing that's interesting to think about, of games that are mechanically timeless. I feel like ones that are trying to make that generational leap from, say, the SNES to the 64 are the ones that age the poorest because they don't have any kind of mechanical zeitgeist to latch themselves onto. Like the way early PS1 games just suck. Because nobody knew how to use analog. Shinzu gives £2, thank you. This is Fuck, Marry, Kill, Eggalir, Miss Quiver, and Susan Shearfist.
Well, I'd kill Susan Shearfist, because apparently that doesn't seem to do anything.
Yes, she's dead.
What were the other two? Eggalir and who else?
Eggalir and Miss Quiver.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd fuck Miss Quiver. Because just to see how it would have worked. Out of curiosity more than anything else.
There's more of you in Mortimer than I realised.
Yeah, and Mortimer would marry Eggalir because they'd make such a good power couple in the underworld.
They would, yeah.
And the marriage would perpetually have that little spice of never knowing which one's going to murder the other first.
That reminds me of a moderately shit film, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, yes. With Brangelina, before they were Brangelina.
Before they killed each other. Ero Lang, welcome to Tip Jar. Urban gives 25, I think that's Polish, I think. Sorry, Urban. This is Jamate. Just a shout out to your asset flipping video. Great work. Keep on keeping all of you on. All you all. That sentence broke me. But thank you. I appreciate it.
See, it's the constant unnecessary detail that bugs me in games like this. Look at all this stuff on this gun. What does any of this do?
It makes you think it's anything more than just a load of polygons and a light flying out the end of it.
Yeah, this is giving me sort of first-person 20xdx vibes.
We just hit 400k subs on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Fuck yeah.
What a time for that to happen.
I also saw the annual subs have just gone on Patreon, guys. So if you've been waiting for that annual sub, it's a really good way to support us. You get a 10% discount over the year. So check that out. 400k though, damn. How long have we been doing this now?
About 2 months.
2 months, Jesus.
Because it took ages to get from 350 to 400.
Yeah,
After
we seem to
initial...
get to 350 quite quick.
Yeah. With the initial spark and all that. Pow!
Fungus Finder says these fuck, marry, kill choices are now canon. Well done. Anixia says they're redoing Mr. and Mrs. Smiths with Donald Glover.
With Dong Lover.
Who's playing Dong Lover's wife? Himself?
That would be one approach to take, I suppose. Oh, who knows? This one.
Are we putting out a cool tweet, Nick, for our 400k? Have you got some
I'm
art
sure,
drafted up?
I'm sure we're going to have something...
I'm sure Nick's had that in the chamber, ready to go on a tab all day.
I think it must have been my best, worst, and blandest, fully ramblomatic that pushed us over the edge.
Over.
You know,
you link the post. Sick.
You know, for something that sells itself as like a ultra high speed shooter, this doesn't seem that high speed.
It seems like middle of the road speed.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I've been spoiled by Warstride challenges, which I've played a bit of recently. But that shit's fast. Oh no! I forgot roguelighted.
You got taken into the Magenta verse again.
Man, even the death animations ripped off from Metroid. Alright, back to hideout we go.
Oh, fuck. Let's see if you can find the correct door to go down. Iralang with the €2 says, here's the supporting the channel. Hell yeah. We appreciate it, gang. Thank you so much. We're fully fan-funded now, so going to Patreon and checking that out. It keeps us doing what we're doing, making the shows, enjoying our jobs, giving you guys the content you enjoy. So check it out.
Ah, here's where the previous save file we were playing on was at.
So somebody died and just rage quit.
I guess someone with access to the Steam account died once and decided they didn't need to play anymore.
Nick, was it you?
I bet it was. Yeah,
Did you play one round and go die and think, yeah, Yahtzee can do this?
This is still an early access, I feel I should stress. Although
Yeah,
what they're going to do with the rest of the development time, add more detail to things?
Add more Magenta, dude.
Oh, the robot's supposed to be a 3.5-inch floppy disk. I just noticed. It was hard to tell with all the unnecessary extraneous detail that was added to it.
Floppy disks, but somehow they have holograms and autonomous robots. It's a weird mashup. See, it's a weird mashup, but there's no distinct style. There's no... It's not cyberpunk. It's not diesel punk or any other variation of punk.
It's
this
Overwatch
is just like
punk. It's Magenta punk.
Magenta punk. Magenta punk is the new term for just bland future.
Alright. I bought slightly higher shields. Yeah, I just did. Game. Weren't you watching? Anyway, next run. Let's see if it does the thing where if you move diagonally, you move slightly faster. Because you're pressing forward and strafe at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
Classic speedrunning strat first. Classic first-person shooters for you there.
It's interesting to think about, like, designing your game in a way to make it more engaging for speedrunners, because speedrunning is a good way to give your game longevity.
Yeah, but sometimes it's hard to predict what speedrunners are going to like. I mean, speedrunners love Minecraft. I wouldn't have thought there'd be much speedrunning fun to be had in that.
Yeah, true. But also, like, the game I'm working on, this has actually been a thought I've had during the development. We've been toying with movement systems and, like, how our character moves and stuff, and we came up with this idea of using the back triggers to pump them to use the character's front and back legs. So to swim, you have to pump your legs up. And you get gradually faster and faster and faster, and the game gets harder the faster you go. So people who are really good at the game can move really, really quickly and get through the environment and avoid the enemies. And why I voted for that and I pushed for that to get in was because I thought it would be engaging for speedrunners in the future, as well as players as they're playing. Speedrunners will just be able to just skillfully speed through the levels.
Yeah, my dev diary game, The Cleaner, was designed for speedrunning. And part of that was that there's a in-game timer, which speedrunners like. There's a special, like, easy to learn, hard to master mechanic that lets you move fast if you're quick with the keys. It's sort of like a snake-like mechanic where if you hold down a certain button, you keep accelerating until you hit a wall.
Interesting. I'm legit writing this down. I think this would be an interesting topic for a video.
Oh, how to make a game that speedrunners will like. Well, you could release it with a free can of Mountain Dew. I don't know what the hell these things are, but oh yeah, it's this. I suddenly remembered what the hell these things are. I don't know what Fury is, but fine. That sounds like a nice thing to have.
Have that. Palash Tea. Emeryville doesn't just have Pixar yachts. It also has a Stanford clinic. So forgotten by the general public, it was my go-to for COVID shots.
Yawn, 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 yawn. Yes, I made a little joke about Emeryville in today's video.
Oh yeah.
I accused it of being boring because it's just a little like subsection of the East Bay that's not quite Berkeley and not quite Oakland, and kind of got the worst qualities of both. I had to go there a couple of times to do some audio recording in a studio that's not there anymore. Because I guess the studio being there was slightly too interesting.
That's too much. We're getting too much tourism. Close this shit down. Is the entire city or town or village just like a front for some weird money laundering thing? Have you seen that thing where they'll have shops on a high street that have fake people in them doing like shopping, but it's actually just a shop where they're laundering money?
Oh, I heard that was like a CIA thing. They just create fake towns in the middle of nowhere for like training and stuff.
Yeah.
Every now and again, like some rando sort of stumbles upon them, and like they try to act like it's a real town, but everyone's just really confused.
Yeah, it's like Truman Show. They're all sat down smoking until they see someone. They're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
They get up, start pushing strollers and stuff. Emeryville might be one. Palash Tea might be the feds.
And it's another really over-detailed room. Yay.
Tally. You never tell with these, like, roguelikes are really interesting tutorial-wise because the natural progression of the game is the tutorial, but also they can't just keep dumping new enemies on you every single new room, so they have to balance it out. A lot of that usually comes with a forced death, but I never liked that solution.
Okay. I feel like I need more movement abilities. I seem to recall when I was playing the old save that there was a dash ability when I pressed shift, but I guess...
Yeah, you were dashing left and right.
Yeah, I guess we haven't got that at the moment.
Yeah, maybe you didn't buy it.
Oops. What? Wait, what? Oh, we shoot the thing. I had a feeling it was going to do that.
Who says you look like you're always in the mood to do some WASD gaming with your non-gun hand?
That'll do, pig. Do quite like punching dudes.
Yeah, that's the satisfying part.
But they don't always turn pink. Like I sort of automatically punch in anticipation they're going to turn pink at the end, but they don't always turn pink.
The fuckers. Maybe they should, if that's where the satisfaction lies. But the question is it satisfying because they take a while to kill? So the game feel of getting to finish them off is satisfying? Or is it just because of the screen shake and the sound and all of that?
I don't know, there's a little like forward thrust when you punch, and that might be a big part of it.
Mm.
Do you think we should go with the pulse grenade or the stun grenade?
If the stun grenade makes them go pink, that would be really cool. But I doubt it.
Well, we've already been using the stun grenade, so I guess we'll try the pulse grenade
Yeah,
instead.
try the pulse one then.
If you have to use contextual prompts to indicate when something is interactable, because you'd never know otherwise against the background of everything else, that's not great visual design. Although I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I once heard from a game studio employee who said there's a running gag with new hires in the modelling department for if you give them a crate. If you tell them to make a crate, they will make something like what we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
And then you will tell them, take that shit away, make a cube, put a texture on the cube, and come back.
Then you're done, and it will take 5 seconds.
Yes.
But it looks like they didn't learn that lesson looking at those crates and that gun.
This game is just magenta nuts. I mean, I was being halfway facetious, but look at it.
No, it really is. Oh god.
Oh, is this my dash ability that I've been waiting for? Yep, it sure is. Now I can dash. And for some reason, I'm looking at my hand to investigate my new dash ability. Oh, bum. Dash with a bit of a cooldown.
Oh wait, so
turns
okay.
out.
So the person who played this on the shared account got this far.
Yeah, apparently.
Maybe without dying, because it was the first time they saw that cutscene as well. Interesting. Nice. That gives me Celeste vibes. I dig that.
The double jump refill thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very traversal oriented game. That is.
Oof.
Where are we going now then?
Want to go up or back? Oh, downs. Magenta signifiers.
Fwum. Fwum.
God, there is just a lot of guff everywhere.
I know, right?
And it's all moving. Currency. So is the currency used to buy upgrades? The stuff that you're like sucking into you?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the stuff used to buy the, increases to your health and shield meter and stuff.
Oh, okay. The will to live.
Yeah, I'm not seeing much of a difference between the stun grenade and the pulse grenade so far. If I'm honest. Oh shit.
I think maybe it would get effective against different types of enemies, maybe? But all the enemies seem to be big rubber.
What's making those weird tornadoes appear? Oh, one more wave.
Fuck.
Haha! Eat
He's a big
this,
boy.
Mr. Spongy Health Bar Man.
I do like his spinning fists. I do dig that. Nice dodge.
You're too kind, sir.
I don't even have the sound effects, which I think is half of the how good the punch feels, and it's still satisfying. I will give the game that.
Just
That
a little,
slight-
just a little pause on impact is very effective for creating impact.
It's very like anime finishing move. Freeze frame, I dig it.
I remember the first time I noticed that. I think it was the first God of War game, where if you get like the 7-hit combo, on the 7th hit, there's just a tiny pause, just as he's like bringing his blades down.
It's not egregious. It just gives you that extra millisecond to appreciate it. It's so good.
Your dash reflects projectiles. Projectiles have a 50% chance to reflect.
Yeah,
That's
it's not a good start. That the upgrades we grabbed, they're both eh.
Face me, coward. Oh, some plot. Is this the boss? Oh, no, it's a shop.
Oh, my chat didn't refresh. Sorry, I've missed some chats, guys. I'll kick them up now. King Dead 42 gives $2. Thank you. Says Magenta hallway in Cyan room into Cyan room. Yeah, it was pretty insane. Nick said he never played this.
Well, somebody did.
I didn't believe him. I think he spent his entire Christmas break doing that first level, but that's just me.
No, he was just playing fucking Ready or Not, I think.
SBS Guru 2000 gives €5. Thank you so much. It says I would make the second crate even more detailed just to spite them.
Jay, I got turned around. What door do we come
shit.
in?
That one? That's the one we need to go down, I think. No, the other one, I think. Oh, the map. We can tell by the
No,
map.
This
Yeah.
is the one, yeah.
Yeah, you can tell by the map if it hasn't been unlocked. Classic Metroidvania things. Yeah, SBS Guru would give them a Tesseract. Okay, fair enough. As much as that's actual memes, I think you would get fired. But it's funny nonetheless. Andre gives $10 dollars. Thank you.
I think that's Brazilian real.
Ooh. Here is my small donation to help fund Adventurers Night, and also my request to add Adventurers Night emojis. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get onto that ASAP.
Well, we've got those on the Discord now, I think.
Boom. Yeah, I'm sure we'll make our way to transitioning them into the live channels and onto the secondary channel. Is there like an emote cap like there is on Twitch on YouTube?
I don't know.
Nick will know. That's Nick's domain. We just make it a conjoint. Flames, damn.
Didn't see that coming. Come on, turn magenta, one of you bastards. Ow.
Nixia has a follow-up on the Mr. and Mrs. Smith question, which was apparently it's going to be a remake. It's going to be a comedy series, and the wife is being played by Maya Erskine.
Okay.
To answer the question from ever ago, stuck in hell at work. Don't worry, Nixia. Thank you for bringing the knowledge to our table.
Oh, bugger, my health's low. Oh, get out of the way. That's more like it. And don't come back, you blackguard. Okay, pulse grenade level 5.
Oh my god!
That,
Now
that, had a,
it'll.
that had a higher number than my previous grenade.
Yeah, it's gonna do nothing 5 times.
Oh. Are there any item boxes with health in? How would you fucking tell? Oh, there's one. No health in it, though.
Was that health?
No, that was just coins.
That was fucking cash. If only there was a clear signifier. If only we were in a kind of a cartoony world where a floating box of a heart on it would kind of make sense.
What do you think this is? Serious Sam?
They would have better sound design than ooh, ooh, ooh.
You gotta have boxes. Boxes of every imaginable kind.
Gotta have
And you to
floating, a completely empty room, a pair of legs, and
Oh.
a walking. Oh god!
That was a little
And
too
shot
far.
component there. Ooh, spicy.
That dash goes
Sounds
further
like
than
it-
you'd think.
Yeah, usually dashes have a burst, and then they slow the momentum down, so then you land gradually rather than immediately.
Oh boy, things to kill.
Eric's giving out serious Sam codes in the chat. What a legend.
Send Magenta! No! I want more Magenta people! Say this game is like training me to want Magenta now.
This is some weird color wheel propaganda.
Yes! No! You
Fuck.
bastard! Oh!
Ah, fuck that.
I got Samist again.
Fuck's sake.
Still, not bad for the second run.
No, not at all.
I got through one area, apparently. Don't think I met the boss, though. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, that's what vibro damage is. Couldn't have guessed that.
Yeah. It's because they've got to use weird words.
Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.
Relatively interesting. Leap slam.
La 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 la. Auto reloader feels like something you kind of have to get. And more health. Yes, why not? We got the cash. Next run.
We love progressive upgrades.
Yes, I think in a nutshell, this game's a little bit too noisy for my tired old eyes.
I agree. Yes, you magented that robot.
Too right. Ow.
Oh shit, in the corner. Baby, get out of there.
Even with the dodge, it still doesn't feel like fast.
No. I think it's because, like, the enemies seem slow and their projectiles seem slow, so there's no need to move quickly and
Yeah,
dodge
my
frantically.
basic running speed feels slow.
Hmm.
And I actually don't have a run button. This is just the only speed I can move at.
Hmm.
Might be nice to have a sort of vanquish mechanic when you can just speed along the ground.
Yeah. SVS Guru has an interesting question. What is the ideal time to kill in terms of satisfaction? Going through 3 mags to unalive a guy clearly isn't it. Neither is instaing everything. Yeah. Time to kill is tricky. Depends what game you're going for, what vibe you're going for.
Yeah, as always, it depends.
Yeah, it totally depends. But also, I do agree that something like The Division, where you are fighting guys wearing puffy raincoats and they take 5 mags to kill,
Yeah, that's dumb.
is dumb.
That's
It's
just very
stupid.
dumb.
Shooting big robots where it has context is a little bit less dumb. Like, the time to kill in this game is okay. I would prefer it if the time to kill was a little bit shorter, the movement was a bit quicker, but there were more enemies. So you needed to move around quickly, punch enemies, you like jettison through them, and then you can start on the next pack. Like Doom, the Doom remakes have a pretty good time to kill in this regard. But I also really enjoy games with extremely low time to kill, like Siege, where if you shoot someone in the head, they are instantly dead. It really gives a different dynamic, but if it's kind of relative to game speed in a way. If the game is quick, the time to kill needs to be raised. Because if everyone moves really fast and the gameplay is really fast and you die really fast, there's lots of room to just get frustrated with that.
Interesting. Bit of a contrast, really, isn't it?
Hmm.
Oh boy, more lore that
Oh,
I'm not
fuck
going to
you.
look at. Did you play
I've never worked on a
Sanabi?
shooter.
Did you play Sanabi?
Sanabi, no, I did not.
That's what made me think of when I think of time to kill, because everything basically just dies in one hit in that game.
And how, like, frantic is it?
Yeah, it's more a sort of traversal-based game. It's all about
Yeah.
swinging around on your grappling hook and getting into position so you can grab dudes. And sometimes you got to grab
Yeah.
dudes and then push them in a specific direction to get them into a danger zone. And then
Yeah.
it's all about connecting one move to the other. It's very fast-paced, the combat in
Yeah.
that game. Yeah, sure. I forgot where I came from again. Oh, hello, Ludo.
Yeah, map, that way. Holy shit, is that Babylon? No, it's Wheel-alon?
You gone quiet on us again because your dog's in the way of your
Sorry,
mic.
I'm away from the microphone with the pup.
Wind Magistrate. I only just registered that. Yeah, why not? Let's fight the Wind Magistrate.
Yep, will do. Thank you very much, Nick. I've just checked Slack. Zonlord just sent $50 through PayPal. Thank you so much, Zonlord.
Oh, nice. PayPal's also an option. And if you want to make
set up so I can see them.
It's one of the options we prefer if you just want to do like a one-time big dono, because we take the biggest cut.
Yes. There. Twitch chat up.
Let's go kill something.
There we go.
I'll have the good manners to know when you're dead.
Alright, everyone on Twitch chat, if I've missed your donos, I do apologize. If you just remind me in the chat, I will get them read out. Nick, if you saw any as well that you remember, drop me a line and I'll read them out.
Shock rifle, eh? Ew. I think someone gave me this in Disneyland once when I was riding the thing where you shoot the aliens.
It looks like it's from a Buzz Lightyear ride or something.
I think that's exactly what it was. The Buzz Lightyear
shit.
Astro Blasters, I think it was called.
Oh god.
Shit.
It does look like a Super Shocker. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. Way. Oh, hello.
Let me pop this out. Oh, thanks, Eric. You're a legend. Incarnadine gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Incarnadine. I'm getting all of the donos you've sent over there, guys, sent to me because I missed them. I do apologize again. Just trying to work out how to pop the chat out. I have mod controls now, so it won't let me pop it out.
Whoa.
Pop out chat. There it is. Whoa, hey.
I have a feeling like this game probably unlocks a lot of abilities that might help the pace of things.
Yeah, but that's always the problem, right? Like, the first time user experience is so important. And I understand the need to drip feed things to players for the sense of teaching them and stuff like that. But if the fun of your game is locked behind progression, that should just be the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's what I hated about Ghost of Tsushima. You need to play through a whole bunch of the game to unlock all the combat stances that are how the fucking combat works.
Yeah. It's not ideal. And like I understand the need to have juxtaposition gratification. You have to feel weak to feel strong later, but I think in terms of usually in power, not traversal. I was playing Spider-Man 2 recently, and when you get the spoilers, if you don't want Spider-Man 2 spoilers, when you get the Venom symbiote, Peter does feel a lot more powerful and moves quicker, and that's nice. And that's only because you've spent a large amount of time with him, not with it, that feels satisfying. But if your game ain't fun without it, make that the game and then add something new. Nixia says, I don't know how they've managed it, but the game even sounds magenta.
Well, where do I go now? Is this the way out? This door here? No, there's not even a door. I guess this was a dead end? Do I have a map?
All right.
Yes, I have a map. Which is not helping much at this juncture.
Oh, okay. I guess. What's that thing on the far right?
That's where we just were, because there's that like puzzle corridor we had to go down.
Yeah. Okay, I guess
So
that kind of grayed out version to the left.
This way.
I am going to catch up on the Twitch stuff that I missed,
Not
guys.
this way.
Fuck, laugh.
That's where we came from. It must be this way we're going. Where the icon is. Oh, forgive me.
Oh, that must be it.
I didn't notice the icon against all the other bullshit.
It's buried. Couple Prime subs from Herksam and Doc Omen?
I like a Prime
Omen?
sub, especially with balsamic dressing.
Tier 1 subs from IBEW Aardvark. Arisage? These names. Slinka Awesome and Farm. So sorry guys, I'm struggling to pronounce your names. Gift subs from another one from Arisage, and we already read out Clonodyne. And we got some donos, we got some bits from Zonlord. Hello Zon, hope you're doing well. 50 bits for the stream via Twitch and $50 via coffee towards Adventurers Night. You gave $50 via coffee? Damn. Nicely done.
That's another donation option we like because we get a big cut of it.
Yes. Coffee and PayPal, really good for us.
Another shock rifle. I still got my last one. Oh, but this one has 6 ROF as opposed to a 4.8 ROF.
Oh my God, that is higher.
Well, can't
could
argue
do
with the
more.
numbers.
How many Buzz Lightyears per second are you firing with that puppy?
6. I thought this was a crate I could open game. But I see no prompt. This
Shoot
one's got
it?
a prompt.
Oh, you have to shoot them. Oh, you
Where
have
the
to
fuck's
open them
this
like
prompt?
that.
Oh, you can just shoot it. Well, that was weird. I was used to them having prompts.
Inconsistency. Maybe
Oh.
that was a bug.
Maybe. It was
Maybe it
like
was too
stuck
close to the
between bits
wall
of
or something.
furniture.
The Onyx Spy subbed at tier 3. Thank you so much. Legend.
Pow. My character keeps making these weird vocalizations. It reminds me of Nightmare Reaper.
Huh. Yeah, it's kind of a blessing I can't hear the game.
What time is it? 5 minutes to go on this game. I
Soon.
chose our second game this week to hopefully create a nice contrast.
I think you've succeeded with that contrast. In before we load it up and it's just it's randomly a roguelike battle shooter in a house that flips.
Yeah, you should have gone Magenta.
You fucks.
How about instead of turning Magenta when they're in like their weak state, you just see their little robot trousers fall down.
And it does a
And
whistle
they go,
slide.
no, no, please don't hit me. I need to pull my trousers back up.
And they keep fumbling it. Oh. Don't look at my bottom. Remember, guys, in chat, the chat is going by rather quick and there's a lot of text, so if you want to get my attention directly, just at DesignDelve in the chat and it will highlight it for me, and then I can very easily see it.
Oh, you're why they're not losing health, are you?
What a bitch. Under the stairs.
Ah,
Magenta.
I missed.
Oh, shit. Oh, you punched a fucker into a fucker. That's baller.
Ah. My brain's turned off. I mean, that's what everyone keeps telling me to do. Oh, turn your brain off, Yahtzee. It's a really good game if you turn your brain off.
I do not have that ability.
Maybe I like having my brain on. Maybe I've been known to make bad decisions when my brain's turned off. Maybe that's why I've got so many kids now.
The only time your brain turns off during the deed.
Haha.
Jumbly Wombly says, Design Dork, you're not in Twitch. Also, Gordon Freeman's penny loafers feel faster than this. If you know, you know. I'm in Twitch, I believe.
Is it growing on you?
It is. I've now got a fourth leg.
Well, let's hope it's the last leg.
Oh my god.
Hey, a significant development, I guess.
Got another percentage? Let's go. Hopefully the next room is difficult, so it... Oh?
Well, we're moving up to the next level, I think.
Gun, arm, or health pack.
Why not both? Well, because we can't afford it. Oh well.
Waluigi
Now to harness the
Design
power
Delve.
of Magenta to move to the next floor.
Design Delve works.
She looks like a... What's that Nintendo game? Fists? Arm?
Oh yeah, like arms.
Yeah. She's
You were
looks like an
close.
arms character.
Arms. I don't blame you for missing that incredibly generic name. Might as well just be called like Punch.
Boy, difficulty feels like it ramps up quite a bit. Floor to floor.
In a good way?
I guess. Good, because we kind of need to pack this game in soon, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully they unalive you.
Funky music, and yet at the same time funky in a kind of generic way.
Got a lot of wah-wah guitars and 3-note bass line.
Pretty much.
Crush that ball.
Okay, well, just win or lose. This next room will have to be the last.
The last fighter has raised a good question. It says, just replace the magenta with blood and the robots with grotesque hellspawn and it would be better. Would it? Would the that aesthetic change the game that much? Good question.
Well, it would certainly have a different tone. It would just be Doom Eternal at that point, wouldn't it?
It would.
Oh, my health's run out. Oh, I'm getting retaliated, whatever that means.
New mechanics, I think. I don't know why they're using the word retaliation.
Ow! Ow!
Oh, they're unaliving you. They know the stream needs to move on.
Yeah, I kind of stopped trying to avoid it because I knew... Yes, that's a good excuse.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that was... Fuck it, every time I try to remember what this game's called, my brain just draws a blank. Shapers.
Blast Punch.
Battle Shapers, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Was that it?
I don't know. What's it called, guys? House Flipper 2?
No, that's the other thing. Battle Shapers, yes. What's that supposed to mean?
People who shape battles?
Well, I guess that's what we are.
Guess. Is it Battle Shapers?
Let's stop worrying about it.
Oh, it is, yeah. Time to move on.
Moving on, hastily on. To our next game, House Flipper 2. Just turn the volume down on it a bit. Now, I did review House Flipper 1 back in the day. And,
you did?
Yeah. And this is a sort of a deviance from the usual Yahtzee tries thing, because I've actually already played this game. In fact, I've finished this game.
Holy shit.
But I wasn't going to review it in fully Ramblematic, so this is as good a place to review it as any.
Yeah, fair enough. So what are your thoughts on House Flipper 2? Well, first of all, what were your thoughts on House Flipper 1?
It was a perfectly functional work-a-day task, listen to a podcast and zone out sort of game.
Yeah, okay.
And this is a slightly improved version, but with some extraneous bollocks in it as well.
Wait a second, zone out. Do you mean turn your brain off?
No, not in quite the same way. I mean the sort of zone out where you sort of fidget with your hands while you're listening to very intelligent documentaries and stuff.
Yes, of course.
It's a dad game.
You give
is what it
your
is.
brain space to do other things while also occupying yourself.
Okay, so I've already done all the levels, and I've noticed, game, that there's a rather conspicuous part of the map that there are no levels on. You bloody DLC pushing gits.
Bastards.
But let's just go to the suburbs, find a nice... Because the early levels are kind of boring. It takes a while to unlock all the different mechanics. So we'll just go straight to one of the late ones. And we can show it all off. And now we can just have a nice chat while we while we follow the game's instructions and very little else. Ah. So this person wants their dining room and their living room knocked through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, love. Oh, it's going to cost you. So as we remove all this stuff we don't need, like the doors and these stupid faux Roman pillars that they've got because we're incredibly bourgeois.
Palash T gives 1.99. It says, "Hate this slick sci-fi aesthetic. Where's the grime?" Yeah,
Hey,
for sure.
well, since you ask, here's some right now. Let's get rid of it.
Bash the broad.
Hey, this is what I call house flipping. See, one of the things that feel unnecessary in this game is that there is a skill tree. And one of the skills I've unlocked is that I can destroy more wall if I hold down the button.
So you just become the Hulk and can just somehow knock more of a wall off via skill, I guess?
Yeah.
You know the sweet spots to smash? I think these games would always be better if you had to know where the load-bearing walls were, and if you knock one through, the entire building just falls down.
No, we're not that smart, I'm afraid. You'd need a more sophisticated physics engine for that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
SBS Guru gives €2 and says, "Nah, I can't do it. That's a load-bearing wall." Exactly. Exactly.
Well, these are all brick walls, so I assume some of these might be load bearing.
The only thing that's bearing is the load of your guilt for just ruining that. Actually, that looks much better.
Yeah, you'd think the wall wouldn't have been painted along where the previous wall was.
Don't worry about it. Don't ask. It's fine.
Okay, fine.
Just flip that house.
Yeah, we'll just keep flipping, shall we?
Sell all their shit.
So what else is there to do? Well, we need to buy some more shit for this area, apparently. And we need to finish this surface.
So I've played the first one. How good is their tat ratio? Because there wasn't a lot of tat in the first game, but is there more bollocks?
Well, besides the skill tree stuff, there's a bit more story stuff in that occasionally people call you up while you're flipping a house.
And say, well done on flipping that house.
And do you remember those weird, like when you were installing a toilet or something, you'd have to go through like a series of weird mini games to
and like turn the bolts and hook the pipes up.
Well, that's entirely been removed from the standard gameplay in this, but there's like a separate gameplay mode where they stuck it all instead that you can do if you want, but there's no real reason to.
Okay.
I might show you that after we're done flipping this house, actually. Oh, Jesus Christ. Some creeper's been through here.
Oh my god. They must love Fully Ramblomatic. They found you.
Well, we ain't got time for heartfelt messages of devotion around these parts. Oh, the state this room's in. Dear me, love. Who did this last?
Bloody hell. Obviously somebody tried, but they clearly didn't. Ooh, that was always the minigame I liked.
Yeah.
Eric with the dono. Eric, thank you so much. He says, I was expecting a house full of pinball machines. I'm sad now. Also, how strong is that dude? Those are brick walls. Jeez, yeah. He's hench.
Well, I have gone through the campaign and got all the perks already. I've leveled up my house flipping powers.
You've become the house flipper god.
Right. What else needs removing? These random post-it notes.
You hire a contractor and they just start levitating into your house.
I have transcended. I am beyond your mortal house flipping now. What paint do we want? I've already got some, seems like.
Trenton Darnell says, Yahtzee, did you get to did you get to play Like a Dragon Gaiden?
Yeah, I played that. I reviewed it. Oh, Gaiden. No, it's hard to remember all these different games.
Yeah.
I played Yakuza 7, which was just Like a Dragon, I think. I don't think I played Gaiden, unless that was the same game.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Trenton, let us know if we're talking about the same game. Oh, it's cool that you kind of paint over the wall, over the door now, but it kind of phases away. Yeah. It would be interesting if you had to clean that up, rather than it just dissolving away into the void. Or is that your transcendent house flipping powers? Well,
if we were house flipping seriously, we'd need to cover all the furniture first.
True.
But that's not what we do, apparently. I'm going to do the opposite walls in vibrant blue, if that's all the same to everyone else.
What a great combo.
Sometimes I just do like facing walls, different colours. Sometimes I make the external wall a different colour to the internal wall.
Yeah, do like a feature wall. Get one just in one colour where you're going to put like the centerpiece.
You can do what you like. The game just wants you to paint the walls. It doesn't really care which colour you use of the provided ones.
Jumbly Wombly. Oh, not Jumbly Wombly. FC Forchi gives 100 bits and says it's unfortunate that this game isn't like the Japanese arcade table flipping game, but for houses. It'd be a very different game. I'm down for it, though.
Alright, that's the painting done. Now for some finishing. Oh, why didn't you say I was supposed to be putting wallpaper on the walls I was painting, game? How frustrating. Oh well. It just gives us an option if the kids end up not liking the wallpaper, I suppose.
Yeah, you can just rip it off. Dick Earthquake donates $4.99 and says, Yahtzee, does this week's video make Shinji Mikami the most prolific game director by the zero punctuation? Why fully ramblomatic standard? Why did fully ramblomatic just leave my brain there? Is Shinji Mikami the most prolific game director by those standards now?
I'd say so. He's directed a lot of fucking games.
True.
Alright, now we need to fill this room with shit. For the new baby. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Ah, changing tables. I got one of those.
To change the baby?
Yes, would you believe?
You can just swap them out whenever you want.
Ha, how droll. I can see why you make funny internet videos. Yeah, crib, I got one of them too. Not for me, obviously. And a chair to stare at the baby when the baby won't go to sleep. Boy, wouldn't there be a lot of egg on our faces if the baby ended up stillborn? We'd be like, oh, and we put all this work in too. Puh.
Yeah, but then just take it to the baby changing station and get a new one.
Good thinking. I don't like this baby. It's dead. This is a dead baby. It has ceased to be.
Oh, no, it's not. Look.
It's not painting. It's passed on. This baby has gone to meet its maker. It's rung down the curtain and joined the choir invisible. This is an ex-baby.
I truly hope the Second Wind community enjoy this dead baby Monty Python skit.
Everyone makes dead baby jokes.
Oh, I'm crying.
I took the liberty of examining that baby and discovered the only reason that it remained on its perch was because it had been nailed there.
God.
And you assured me when I brought it here not half an hour ago that its lack of movement was due to it being tired and shagged out after a long squawk.
I was talking to someone the other day about Monty Python, and we were talking about and now for something completely different, and they were like, "Oh, it's aged really poorly," and I don't think so. I think it's like a nice time capsule into
John Cleese's current humour has aged pretty poorly. His original Monty Python stuff still holds up pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
if it's so weird?
All right, that's that. Well, of course, he had other writers. There's still stains. There's one.
Zon gives 50 bits. Thank you. Says, Second Wind began with Yahtzee smoking a severed baby's foot like a cigar, and he asked us for our support. If dead baby jokes bothered us, it would have driven us away at the beginning. Yeah, that's fair.
All right, I think we're done. We've finished the new baby's room. It looks horrible. We've knocked through the walls. I think we're ready for our payout.
Give me your money, says the angelic being that just demolished half the house with their mind.
Yeah, this is the default house you start in. That's like your home base.
Yeah, you can do stuff to it, right, and renovate your own house in the interim.
I've only done the bottom level. I think this game is sort of deliberately gives you a house that's decorated really horribly.
Yeah. Yeah, that hallway, the colours are a bit intense.
Yeah. But I've worked my magic on the bottom level already. And I like to think it's a little nicer.
Yeah, I'll dig it. Needs some furniture.
Yeah, so here we go. The assembly mini games, where you assemble stuff.
Right.
And then you try to do it to a time limit.
Oh, wow, this is way more involved. Because before, the camera was locked in place and it would put stuff in position for you and you just kind of had to click it.
Well, that's partly still the case.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I guess I can't tell that you're not turning the pieces. You're just kind of grabbing things and pointing them in a direction. Huh.
And then we screw them in.
Hamja Ninja, the $2 donation, says game idea, Power Wash Sim and House Flipper crossover. I mean, it could work.
It feels a lot like Power Wash Simulator in many ways.
I've never played or seen any of Power Wash Simulator. Is it as simple as you
it's just here's some dirt, spray water at it until it's all gone. It's like Viscera
kind
Cleanup
of like
Detail.
an expanded version of the windows in this that you scrape?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Squeaky, 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 squeak.
Oh, Trenton
Squeaky,
has
squeaky,
got some
squeaky,
intel
squeak.
for us. Thanks, Trenton. Says Gaiden is the new game. It came out as Second Wind started.
Okay.
That's probably how we missed it. Oh, there's timing stuff here now, so they're adding a little bit of gameplay.
A little bit, yeah. But this is like entirely unrelated to the meat of the game, which is going into houses and decorating them and shit.
Do you get anything for doing these?
I think you get like a slight discount.
Huh.
On
because you know how to build them.
Boy, it's a good thing my telepathic powers will hold the legs there until I've nailed them on.
Good job you're a demigod that flips houses on the side.
Oh, okay. We need a bracket. Not a hinge, a bracket.
A braquat.
There's a difference. I guess the thing I just wanted to bring across is that I like a game when I just want something to turn my brain off and listen to a podcast. I want a game that just says, hey, do this, and then you do it, and then the game goes, well done.
Congratulations. There's like a puff of smoke and a good noise, and it just goes, well done.
Congratulations on following the instructions. Perfect. Even better than Mama.
We have a very big donation on PayPal.
Great.
From
Christ.
Proto. They sent $257.94. Thank you so much, Proto.
Fuck
Huge.
a duck.
Big and large.
Fuck several ducks. Fuck as many ducks as he wants.
Fuck as many ducks as you can. Don't hurt yourself.
Hey, someone brings out bucks like that, you get fucking, mister. I don't want to see an
duck.
unfucked duck in this entire hemisphere.
When I bought it today, you assured me that this duck was fucked.
Call back.
Comedy. Write it down.
Are we done? Yay! Oh, we had to do it in under 3 minutes. Oh well, maybe next time.
Oh.
But yeah, that's the assembly stuff in a nutshell.
It's a little bit more involved, and I dig that.
What house shall we do now? Adding a cafe to my bookshop. There you go.
Okay. How many walls are you going to have to obliterate with your mind powers?
I think there's no wall obliterating at this point.
Fuck.
It's just going to be a nice clean-up. Nice straightforward clean-up.
So you say you play this to kind of switch off a portion of your brain while you focus on other things like podcasts and stuff like that. What kind of podcasts and things do you like to watch and listen to when you're playing?
Oh, well, I like putting on maybe like a video essay from someone like Ross Scott or White Light or Noah Caldwell-Gervais.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll listen to like old BBC Radio 6 music podcasts like Adam and Joe or John Richardson and Russell Howard.
Okay.
Or I like to listen to The Dollop, which is an American history podcast.
What type of stuff do they cover? Other than just like American history? Is it like specific stuff?
Yeah, specific events and stuff, but it's a comedy podcast and the hosts are both improv comedians, so it's very... They tell funny stories from the past, and
that sounds good, like actually.
That. Yeah, I enjoy it. Boy, someone's made a mess of this bookshop.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dive.
I'll get the Hoover out.
What do they call that in America?
Well, just like a vacuum, I suppose.
A vacuum, okay. You bloody wrong-ins. It very clearly hooves.
Well, Hoover's a brand name, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like sellotape and...
Yeah. So, you saying it should be called a Hoover is like an American saying a photocopier should be called a Xerox.
Shit.
And you'd think you'd look down on them if they said that, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah. I've been shown the error of my ways.
Yeah, check your privilege, Mr.
I know,
English
check my
boy.
English privilege. Check your Hoover privilege, you cunt.
Funny thing is, like following the instructions in these missions to like decorate people's houses the way they want is the part I find interesting. The other part of the game is you buy your own houses and flip them and decorate them the way you want to decorate and then sell them on for a profit. But I kind of can't really get into that because suddenly I have to be creative.
And that's the part of the brain you want to turn off. You want to complete tasks.
Exactly. I have to decide what furniture to buy and what colours to make everything, and I don't want to do that. I just want to follow the instructions and then get rewarded for following the instructions.
I want to become 10% more of a god for flipping a house.
Right. What have you got then? Rubbish. Box of stuff to unpack. Someone threw up over a copy of whatever this is.
Clean it up.
And furniture.
Hey, dudes. Ryan in chat says that's me with Lego, like turning off the specific part of your brain. Yeah, I dig that. I built quite a sizable Lego set this weekend.
Yeah.
And it
Christmas
was,
thing, was it?
Yeah, Christmas gifts. People, I'm not sure if you get this, like, people get wind of, like, that you like something. I think I occasionally said I like Lego and Harry Potter, and now all I get is Lego Harry Potter for Christmas because I said it once.
How do you feel about J.K. Rowling these days? As
Good
a
question.
Harry Potter liking person.
Yeah, my video kind of talks about this. My next video. What I would call a nostalgia goblin for Harry Potter. Like, I'm very nostalgic about it because it was a huge part of my childhood. It was something that I went to see every movie when I was a kid. It was one of the book series that kind of got me into reading. So I'm very nostalgic about it. But that doesn't mean I agree with J.K. Rowling's politics or what she does or what she does with her money. But then it's getting into the conversation of death of the author, you know?
Yeah.
Can you separate art from the artist? And I think you can. I think.
Let's see. When I first read Harry Potter, I think I was 18. Like my girlfriend at the time had them all. So I figured, hey, let's read these. And I was quite into them for a while. I stayed up late finishing them off.
Yeah.
But then I read all of them except the last one. And then I got to the last one and then thought, hang on, I don't care. So I didn't.
Wait a minute.
And still haven't.
They tricked me into reading. Yeah, like, for me, it was... I never read a lot as a child because I have dyslexia, so I struggled to read, and because of that, I never wanted to do it. But I loved the Harry Potter movies, and I was a big movie fan as a kid. Like, I always wanted to be a filmmaker. And then when the last movie was coming out, I was really excited for the last movie, and then I realized I've never read the books, so I decided to read the last book first.
That's always a good idea.
And it's kind of colored how I do things now, because I read Deathly Hallows and then went to see the movies, and I hated the movies because I hated the fact they didn't do all of the tiny details, and like I was like, why didn't you show this? Why didn't you do this? But I went back and read all the previous books, and that made me enjoy the books 10 times more, because it's like getting twice the amount of detail from the thing you like. So usually if there's like a book series or something and a movie's come out, I will watch the movie and then go back and read it because I feel like I get more out of it. I'm not disappointed, I'm excited about reading it.
Right.
Rather than angry about watching it.
I should get around to watching Master and Commander, because I've been really into the books. People recommended them after I said I liked Hornblower, and I've been working through them. I think I'm on book 8.
Damn. Yeah,
but I'm still not sure which book Master and Commander is actually based on. So I'm probably better just read them all before I move to the film.
I mean, yeah, if you're that deep, just like go for it. It's we were talking about Master and Commander in our video meeting today. That's a weird coincidence.
Because what I understood of Master and Commander as a film before I'd read the books was that it was about Russell Crowe being a naval captain. But the books are like a twofer. They're like there's two heroes. There's the Russell Crowe man, and there's another dude who's like a sort of natural historian, massive nerd, and but who's also like a secret agent, an intelligence agent. Two contrasts: Russell Crowe's sort of big, manly, masculine ship captain dude. But they're the best of friends. They really like each other in contrast to their extreme differences, and and I like their dynamic.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Now here's a question: what would you say is your favorite book series? And if you do have one, is it one that you keep going back to, or is it like a one and done, and you just really like it?
Well, I do go back to Hornblower a lot. I think the first book series I remember really influencing me and that I really liked was Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide. This is what I like about this sort of game. You just talk about whatever bollocks you want.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hands are busy cleaning stuff.
Yeah, it's easy to just have these conversations. I guess in a way we are being the podcast.
Douglas Adams was my first major influence. I read a lot of Terry Pratchett growing up.
Yes.
I probably read a lot more Terry Pratchett than Douglas Adams because he's written so many more books.
It's weird. I can look at people and just tell if they've read Terry Pratchett. It's like a sixth sense.
Well, you could read my books and probably tell that I've read a lot of Terry Pratchett.
SVS Guru says, gives $5 and says, not sure if death of the author matters if the author still gets money from your purchase. I mean, yeah, that is a point.
Apparently at one time Terry Pratchett was the most shoplifted author in the world.
What? Now that's a claim.
I don't know. It was a question on like a panel show quiz game he was on at one point.
That's fascinating.
I think that might have changed by now because this was like decades ago, so it's probably something else. That's probably fucking 50 Shades of Grey now.
Yeah. Yeah. They've probably got like the award for most books returned sticky or something like that.
It's lady porn. What do you think they're doing to it?
Reading it while watching the movie at cinemas.
And
getting there for the twofer.
And with their hands down their drawers the whole time.
I don't get it. Like, what with the Terry Pratchett shoplifting, do they just do the book audit? Like, I used to work in a W.H. Smith's when I was a teen. Do you just do the audit and realize, oh, all the Terry Pratchetts are gone? Like, they're all gone. We thought they sold really well, but no.
I don't know. Like all amusing factoids, there's no actual source or anything.
Yeah, I believe it though. I'm just trying to think of how they got the data. That's more fascinating to me.
Well, if you ever worked in retail, you got to do like stock control.
Yes.
So you got to know what you've got in your inventory. So that when people say, excuse me, do you have such and such in the back? You can say, I'll go and look, and then go and have a smoke for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. The best thing ever.
Because there's no magical back room in shops, people. If they wanted to sell something, they'd put it on the shelves. That's how it works.
All the fish. George Lucas says, have I ever read the Dark Tower series? No, I have not.
No,
I don't think I could even tell you a thing about it. There's a man with a gun and a tower. That is dark.
I could tell you there by Stephen King.
Yeah, I know that. But I've always found Stephen King a little bit hit or miss.
Yeah, I struggle to relate to his writing because I'm not an alcoholic writer from Maine.
Or a child.
Like all of his
An abused
protagonists.
child.
Yeah. Who was bullied at school by someone whose commitment to bullying is really beyond belief.
Yeah, their reason for existing is bullying that protagonist.
Yeah, he wasn't one for nuanced villains, was old Stevie King, is he?
No, he really wasn't.
We say was like he's dead, but he's not. He's alive.
He's still writing from the grave. Yeah, my favorite book series is one I started reading recently, which is Berserk. A manga. I adore Berserk. It's probably one of the best things I've read and looked at. The art is incredible. I love it. I absolutely adore it.
What am I getting rid of, game?
Loki, I loved Berserk so hard. I now have two Berserk tattoos. I really like Berserk.
You nutbar.
I know, right?
2?
I know, that's double one.
You crazy bugger.
I know. I cannot be stopped, and I won't.
There's this thing I need to remove. Sell whatever that is. Oh, I think I know what it is actually. I think it's that sign on the shop. Because now it's not just a bookshop, it's a bookshop and cafe.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, I hope this new sign is mega. Oh, is it in there?
Oh, look at that.
Yes. Fuck yes. I'd shop there and have a cafe.
A cafe at the cafe.
Cafe. I'd read Berserk in that cafe and spit my coffee over the other patrons.
I think this place is just going to be full of Karens who lived their bourgeois middle class life out here in this delightful, unspoiled neighborhood.
This non-city. You're one of those. You're a Fed. You're making a fake city right now.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're making a CIA fake city.
After this, I'm going to position a load of dummies, and then we're going to drop a nuke on it.
We're going to blast it. Check the new blast radius on the new hydrogen bomb.
Yes, there's something to put the child mannequin in.
I think it's upside down. Wait, what is that? Like a rocking horse thing?
Apparently, yeah. It's a rocking toy.
Climbing thing, my bad.
Alright, job done.
Boom. Nixia says the Vlad Taltos novels by Stephen Brost are phenomenal, in my opinion. Excellent fantasy novels.
Okay.
I've heard good things. I've heard good things about Wheel of Time, but apparently that gets kind of shitty. Because the same thing happened. No. I can't remember. Somebody told me why Wheel of Time got shitty, and I can't remember if it's the author died and somebody tried to carry it on and it's bad, or it got bad halfway through and then the author died. Can't remember.
Alright, let's go to this extremely rich cunt's house.
Arsehole.
Oh, look at that. I think I
thanks.
killed everything in this thing in Dead Island 2.
I'm completely not about this aesthetic, this kind of like sharp,
Sort of brutalist nuclear bunker look.
yeah, or also just like anything like minimalist. I'm really not about it. Like sharp rooms, corners, white walls with no art on them. Just
You grew up going to your grandma's house where everything was covered in doilies and chintzy furniture, I suppose.
yeah, I like cozy. I love cozy. Hence why I have a fucking globe and a chest next to me. Like I just like antique-y cozy shit. Get that minimalist bollocks away from me.
Good morning.
Oh,
Gladys Thorne speaking.
someone's
I'm
talking
calling to
to me.
make sure you understand the assignment. I need everything to go smoothly from now on. Your job's pretty straightforward. Install the windows and take care of 2 unfinished rooms. One is a new guest bedroom on the 2nd floor. The other is the office we want you to turn into a recreation room. And there's also the mess caused by the former crew's incompetence. Cleaning it up is also part of your task. Excellent. I appreciate people who know what they're doing.
Miss Mako says, I like a mix of cozy and minimalism. How's that, like, split the room down the middle?
Well, I guess I like a little bit of minimalism in that I would like a minimal amount of toys cluttering up the living room floor. But nobody listens to me in this house. Everyone seems to have their own ideas of aesthetics in this house that involves a lot of stepping on Lego.
Fuck. They should do toys that are magnetic so that you can chuck them up and they stick to the ceiling so only the parents can get them down.
Or you could just buy a shelf.
Fuck. That's too much effort. I'm too busy flipping houses.
Ironically.
Shit. I need to do that build a shelf minigame so I can get a discount at IKEA.
There you go. Big fucking raccoons around these parts.
Yeah. Has there been some kind of, like, werewolf incident?
Best not to ask questions. I'm just the
Just
house
clean.
flipper in the post-apocalyptic world where nobody else lives. And occasionally I hallucinate voices on my phone.
Good job, Yachts. Well done. Big clean. Very big.
I'm not done yet.
Bunsen Beat says all the stuff you don't want to do in real life in the game. I mean, yeah, but it's a lot easier and satisfying in this context.
It's nice to have a vacuum that never needs to be emptied. And you can just build a wall by staring at it in various interesting ways.
And yet still have to build a shelf with each screw individually.
Only if we want to.
Only if you want to. God's got to have fun at some point.
God dear, who did this last, madam? They made a right mess of this.
Fucking hell.
Ooh, I don't know, love.
Double.
It's what we call a teeth dryer.
Ooh. Can't do that, love. Load bearing Walt.
I can
Right,
come
you
around Thursday, but I don't know if it'll be morning or afternoon.
Just to be safe.
Yeah. Just stay in the house, waiting like a poltroon.
Okay. Alright.
Your dog needs to decide if he's coming or going.
Huh.
Okay. Bathroom, relatively unmolested.
That's how we like it.
Oh dear, madam. The state, the last...
Cowboys were in here.
Yeah, bloody cowboys. Yeah, see, in real life, removing that would probably have been more of a job. You don't just point your magic disappear gun. Ugh. That gave me a start. Oh, apparently they forgot to bring the windows, so they just boarded them up.
The absolute fucks. The Cowboys. Give me their numbers, we'll blacklist them.
It looked like they came all over the floor. Bloody cowboys masturbating all over people's floors.
Sticky bandits. They were robbing the place.
Better sticky bandits than wet bandits, in my view.
Very true.
Right. Are you rubbish? Yes, you're rubbish. And so is this thing in the game.
Got him.
They left their glue sticks as well. These are the worst glue sticks. I can't believe they bought these particular glue sticks.
Mechanized Walnut is asking, is that toffee under your arm? Have we got double doggos right now?
Yes, yes.
This tiny dog head.
Toffee's always here. Being his usual adorable self. He got back from the boarding kennels the other day, smelling very suspect.
Oh. In what way? Smelling of...
Some horrible floral thing they bathed him with.
the
We always try
fuck?
to use scentless shampoo because you can tell he doesn't appreciate smelling like a Parisian whore's dressing room.
Yeah. Whereas Ludo loves that shit. Don't you?
This is also something that would probably be a lot harder in real life.
Oh yeah, it'll take you all day, I think.
Fortunately, I am smiled upon by the gods of house flipping.
You are the god of house flipping. You're just levitating, looking at walls.
Ah. Is that the wrong surface finish to use on this wall?
I feel like
Apparently
I
so.
went through a phase of really being into like SCP stuff, and this seems like it could be an SCP file where it's like there is a random town that nobody lives in where a floating god roams around flipping houses silently.
Yes.
You get
Just-
vaporized if you go there.
And then nobody lives in them.
Yeah. And in the morning, the god destroys all of the buildings and starts to rebuild again.
Some say that if you listen carefully, you can hear the sound of an interesting podcast.
On the wind. I thought I just heard Russell Howard.
What else? Painting, of course. Yeah,
Gotta
let's
them
paint our
walls.
walls pure, featureless white, because that's what us bourgeoisie people like. Would you appreciate the game more if they made you, like, lay out masking tape?
See, there has to be this point at which it stops being. At what point does it stop being turn your brain off, or turn a portion of your brain off fun, and when does it become busy work?
That's a good question. I mean, it's all busy
Where's that
work.
line?
Because at the point where you have to turn your brain back on is the point where it
Yeah,
gets obnoxious.
because
I
this is
assume.
super easy, right? It's like you have a portion that you need to fill in. You are literally painting by numbers, basically.
Yeah, just keep moving your
even less
mouse
than
over
that.
it until it's filled in.
Yeah, so really clear signifier. You have to reload the paint. At what point do simulation games become too much of a simulation?
Well, let's take it to an extreme. Would you appreciate, say, Truck Simulator if you had to simulate having to go down to the DMV and queuing up for an hour or two in order to renew your truck license, and then them telling you that you forgot to bring 4 proofs of address from home, so you have to drive all the way back home to pick up your proof of address? Would that be fun?
Yeah. No, that wouldn't. That's a step too far. I think even having to just renew your license in Truck Simulator would not be ideal.
That's
when
just the
you get in
premise
an
of Postal
accident, you have
2,
to
isn't
go on
it? Now I'm describing it.
Yeah, you have to go on a driving course to stop speeding if you speed. The game deletes itself if you get too many speeding tickets.
I guess the rule of thumb for me is that it gets annoying and frustrating if it ever feels like you've stopped making progress.
Yeah, but then going back to the masking tape idea, I think adding and having to do masking tape would be a step too far, but we're not losing progress for doing that. We're just moving towards it. It's
I
a
don't know,
tricky one.
I suppose it would be more annoying because it would be a lot more fiddly to having to get the masking tape in precisely the right position.
Yeah, like building that table that you did, I felt like some of that was a little bit too fiddly.
I suspect that's why it was sectioned off from the rest of the game.
But it wasn't in the first one.
No, I think they probably learned a lesson and thought, well, it's just not that fun to have to do in the middle of flipping your house.
But we'll keep it in as a mini game, I guess. I mean, I get it.
Well, I kind of don't. I mean, why keep it in as a mini game? Just for the people who are nostalgic for House Flipper 1?
Busy work, because this is kind of what the game is, I guess. Some people would like it. If they've got the systems left over from the first game, then you might as well.
I suppose. It's not really busy work, though, because it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, and I guess because it's optional. But then why not put that development time into making more houses?
When you're given a house and you finish flipping it, you get the sense of satisfaction of a job well done.
Not so much with the tables when you're like, oh, I was 30 seconds too late. I guess I have to do that again.
Yeah, it's just like, there you go, a table. If it was everything you dreamed it would be.
Urban gives 50, I think, PLN. That's the Polish currency, right?
Yes, Polish zloty, I believe.
Watching that, I just remembered that Yahtzee mentioned he was taught to wire a plug, and I just remembered a Tom Scott video that electrical stuff in the UK came with bare wire. Was that the case any time? Did the plugs you were taught to wire have bare wire in them?
No. They were all... Well, you'd open up the cable and there'd be 3 other cables in there, and you'd connect each cable to the plug. That's why there's 3 pins on a plug. Because you got the 2 kinds of electricity, and you have the earthing connection. I don't know that much about it still.
Yeah,
in fact, if you sat me in front of it right now, I probably couldn't rewire a plug.
But you know enough of the basics that if you were watching an electrician do it, you could hover over them and say, yes, good job.
Yes. I probably would need a bit of refreshing. But I've got a sort of head start on understanding it. Like when I started learning to drive in this country. I'd already tried learning to drive when I was like a teenager, but never passed my test. But because I'd done that, I had a foundation to work off, and I was able to learn and pass my test fairly painlessly. Although in this country, the test tends to be a lot easier.
Yeah, I've heard that, even though it's not super difficult in England.
You don't even have to do
you
don't even have to parallel park or do a 3-point turn in this country.
You drive
sort of,
straight.
Well, it might be partly the fact that I took my test when I was in my 30s, and
Yeah.
it's always the teenagers they're more mindful of. When you're past a certain age, the instructor just assumes, yeah, it's someone who got caught speeding or something. They
Yeah.
probably broadly know how to drive. I'll just zone out and tick everything on this
And
piece
also,
of
you're
paper.
not going to be a dickhead on the road. Like, that's why insurance is so much higher when you're younger, because you just
Yeah.
drive like an absolute cunt, you know?
Yeah, like in this state at least, the law is that if you're a teenager, you have to have a mandatory amount of time being taught by a professional instructor before you can
Yeah.
take your test. But if you're an adult, they just give you your provisional license and say, just take the test whenever you feel up to it, mate.
Jesus. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I want to see the data on like how many more crashes you have in America than we do.
Probably
in
a lot
here.
more. There are areas in California where people drive like absolute psychos. It's probably worse in LA than it is up here in Northern California, but it's still
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
No, the switch from left-hand to right-hand drive wasn't hard at all. It's just the same stuff, but mirrored.
Yeah, that's the thing that's always scared me. Like, I was in America recently, and I was thinking about hiring a car, and it was like the idea of being on the wrong side. It's always scared me to jump to that. Like, I feel like I would get to a roundabout and my brain would break, and I'd just be like, I'd be going around the wrong way, and I'd kill 4 families of 5.
I got good news for you because roundabouts aren't really much of a thing
Oh,
in
really?
America. Yeah,
You'd,
there's
like,
some
dig
in
into
some places, like Berkeley's got quite a few, but generally roundabouts you don't see so much.
Wait, is that like a? No, it's not. It's not a British thing. I guess it's just an American thing to not have many of them.
Yeah, and that they do exist.
Just rare. Fair enough. Anixia says, "Hear me out. IKEA simulator, where you just realistically build random crap you buy from IKEA."
But then what would you do with it all?
Place it in your IKEA palace.
I guess we're making a little chill out room down here.
Yeah, to entertain your bourgeois orgies.
Oh yeah, one of the things we have to buy is a snooker table. I don't know who owns this house, but I kind of hate them.
Do you not like people who have snooker tables?
Well, it's one of those things like the swimming pool in The Sims. It's the first thing you buy to show that you're on the rise, property ladder wise.
I own this 2-bedroom house and 3 snooker tables.
Pool table, we should say. People don't play so much snooker in the US. They keep calling it snooker. What, like a bunch of suckers.
I always get really confused between snooker and pool. Is snooker
Why?
the one? I'm gonna sound dumb. Is snooker the one with the numbers, or is it the red and yellow one?
Snooker is the red and yellow one. Pool is the one with the 8-ball.
Okay, yeah, I always get confused. I used to live in a pub, and I still don't know that. Which is kind of dumb of me. Garbage Ninja says, fun fact, if you include all of its DLC, Train Simulator 2020 had a complete price of $10,000+, making it one of the most expensive games ever. Why did each individual train cost $1,000? Like, what's up with that?
Well, I think that's just a case of niche gaming. Because here's the secret of making it big in game development. You either make games that everyone likes, or you make niche games that small amounts of people like, who are willing to pay large amounts of money for your game. And that's kind of how the train simulator industry works. They charge like 20 people $1,000 rather than 20,000 people $10. That's how they make their living. Because the people who are into train simulators are really into train simulators. I used to know some guys in Brisbane who mainly made a living on train simulators. And if you can secure the niche, then they will pay your bills for the rest of time.
Yeah.
But it's a two-edged sword, because those that kind of obsessive will not be satisfied with anything but 100% realistic representations of the trains they most love.
And they know those details. The bolts you've put on.
So, it would obviously be most helpful to be a massive train weirdo yourself if you went into making something like that.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's 3 o'clock. Well, yeah, I guess the client can empty these boxes. I'll just piss off. Well, thanks for watching Yahtzee Tries, where we played a bit of... Battle Shapers. Took me a second. We played a bit of Battle Shapers and a bit of House Flipper 2 as well. Tune in on Saturday on the main channel, where there will be the lovely edited version of these streams, which will also include footage from the last stream we did of Engineer and Cookie Cutter.
Ooh.
Oh, people requesting Guess the Game. I almost forgot.
Oh, gotta do Guess the Game.
People always like to be wowed by my Guess the Game skills at the end of every stream.
I can actually play now because I can see it.
Oh, lovely. Yes. Don't forget, this week's episode of Fully Ramblematic went out this morning. It was the Best, Worst and Blandest Awards for 2023. Ooh. Tune in next week for my roundup of games I didn't review from 2023, and then finally we can fucking move on from 2023. Although something tells me 2024 isn't going to be much better.
Yeah, we'll see.
Certainly not if you follow the political news. There it is. First week back from the holidays, of course, so we're still getting everything back on track. There wasn't Windbreakers podcast this week, but there will be next week. All right. There's the game. What game's that then?
Good question.
It looks like not top of the range 3D, like generation or two back.
No, I was gonna say the Saboteur, but it's that sign is putting me off in the bottom right.
Yeah, that's too modern for the Saboteur, which was set in the Second World War. Grand Theft Auto 5. No. Oh, but that helps.
Oh, that does help.
That's Yakuza, isn't it?
That's Yakuza, yeah.
That's almost certainly Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Like a Dragon?
Yep.
Well done.
That's the main character's suit right there. Yep, that's the one. Well, those last couple of ones give it away, don't it?
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Oh, I know this. Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil.
My favorite game of all time. I could. Sorry to scream that. I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, that's the health item, isn't it?
They are called K-Bups.
K-Bups, quite.
Yeah.
I've been thinking of doing a retro review of that, probably sooner rather than later.
I absolutely adore that game with all of my heart.
It is, after all, the wasteland period in game releases. So,
yep.
I thought it might be fun to remind everyone why everyone gets excited every time Beyond Good and Evil 2 gets announced for the
That's
first
a
time.
game that is really old, but holds up really well.
Yeah, I think so. Ah, that's the Stanley Parable. That is definitely the Stanley Parable.
That's Stanley Parable.
That's the staircase you keep having to fling yourself off. Nailed it.
Huge and large.
Now give me a hard one, guess the game. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Playing dirty now, are we? That
What the
looks
fuck?
pretty. That looks very old, graphics wise,
Yeah.
and sort of Roman architecture.
Counter-Strike?
Counter-Strike. Well, I didn't have any better guesses. Nope.
What
Ah.
the fuck is that?
But we know it's a game that's too old for Metacritic.
Metacritic. And you're right, it does have Roman stuff. I was thinking like dust maps.
Do you think those pillars might be sprites?
Yeah, they'll probably be billboarded sprites that are just looking
Yeah.
at the character. Yeah.
Well, I haven't got a clue looking at this.
Yeah, me neither. This is difficult.
Let's skip another one. Original platform arcade machines, later Dreamcast. Okay.
Oh, is this King of Fighters?
That sounds right. Like if it's a number of disparate, confusing backgrounds, it's going to be a fighting
people are
game.
also saying, I think it's a fighting game.
King of Fighters. There's like a billion King of Fighters games. Do you want to be more specific?
No, because I've never played one. It's arcade though, like 95 maybe. Just try 95. There's
King of Fighters 95.
Why not?
Nope.
What is that?
Oh,
It is a fighting game.
That's a sword, though. Is it one of the Soul Calibur games, maybe?
Could be a Soul Calibur game.
Just Soul Calibur?
Just the first
Aha! That's the
I see
one.
them.
Just plain old Soul Calibur.
Perfect.
The first, I assume. All right, one
That
more.
was a hard one.
All right, one more. Unless
Go
it's too
on.
easy.
This
Well,
game is addictive.
couldn't accuse that of being too easy. Well, it could be fucking anything, looking at that.
Yeah, that could be anything.
It's a game about butter.
It's
a game
Counter-Strike
about
again.
traveling
the dust map.
across a load of butter. Metacritic
Ooh.
score 88% when it first came out.
That's Hearthstone.
Well, thanks to the big giveaway there. I was thought we could
Sorry, I
discuss
got
what
excited.
discuss what the little hint there was about.
When it first came out, are they trying to say that the Metacritic has gone down?
I don't know. All right, one more.
I will not scream it out this time.
That's Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, we've shown off our impressive game recognizing skills enough. Oh yeah, that would have been really obvious from number 2.
Yeah.
But then maybe I'm just saying that because I know what Metal Gear Solid 1 looks like.
True.
Anyway, thanks for watching Yahtzee Tries.
Thanks, guys.
Hope you enjoyed the edited version. That's mainly Jesse Schrobb's job, though. So,
Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah. Don't let us down, Jesse. You're on thin
Please,
fucking
Jesse.
ice.
It's all riding on you.
Make us look funny.
Please, especially for me.
Anything you want to plug while we're here?
Yeah, check out Design Delve. I've got a new one coming out this Friday on Can a Badly Designed Game Still Be Good? And then next week's video should be, is Mario Kart actually balanced? Which should be an interesting one.
What would be your example of a badly designed game that was still good?
See now that's the question. One of the examples I use is Hogwarts Legacy. I think Hogwarts Legacy is a poorly designed game. I think it's not very creative and it's quite lazy. But what is the job of an RPG? Is it to give an environment for the players to play those roles in that world, or is it to have interesting mechanics? So, like, has that game succeeded?
On the other hand, what is the point of a video game that bores the tits off me?
Exactly. But like a game that can have boring mechanics but an interesting story. If the intent of the developers was to create that and attract players that want a narrative-driven game, have they succeeded? So it's like,
nope.
You got to think of like developer intent and like and stuff like that. It's a weird one. But yeah, it's a very weird question. And it's up to the viewer to decide whether they think a badly designed game can still be good. But in my opinion, not entirely. I would prefer if the game was fun and also did its intended things well as well.
Well, okay then. Well, we've monopolised everyone's time long enough, so I guess we'd better be off.
See you later, guys.
I'll see you all. When will I see you all again? Well, you'll see me in the newest episode of Venturers Night that goes out on Saturday. Woo. And you'll probably see me in Yahtzee Tries on Sunday. And then you'll see the actual me on the Windbreakers podcast on Monday. That'll be it for now, though.
Bye, team.
Bye. Have fun scoffing all your Christmas chocolate.
Enjoy the Ferrero Rocher.